Servus! I'm Marcel Vanderschaeghe, President of the European Organization for Self-Defense, founder of Ashiara Goshin Ryu Karate, head coach of Team Jigoku Germany and proud member of Jigoku Dojo, and black belt in Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, US system Judo, Ashiara International Karate and several other systems. I am based in Bonn, Germany. Mel asked me for a short video with a tip or something useful, and I try my best to fulfill his wish, and I warn you, English is not my native language. I thought about what I always preach to my students, like a Buddhist prayer wheel, you know, this stuff. And besides the evergreen topic, always to be open-minded, that's very important, always to be open-minded. And the topic to questioning myself as a teacher, I'm just thinking about what can I give you a content. So I'll talk about the principle of kennen, können und beherrschen, or in English, knowing, ability and mastery. You will always find someone in your dojo, mostly beginners or intermediate, who stops practicing a technique after a short period because he thinks he's able to execute it properly. That's fine, don't panic, that's completely normal. And that's a perfect situation to use the principle of KAM to show the student's misjudgment, but always, very important, always in a positive way, and to explain the 3 steps of learning. With step 1, knowing, a technique, variation or combination is presented to the student and explained in detail, as good as possible. We all know we will always forget details, small details, but it's not important now. He's then able to recognize the technique and execute it in a rough, basic form. With step 2, ability, the student internalizes the basic technique and learns further variation and can apply the technique freely in new, mostly simple situations. With step 3, mastery, the student is able to use the technique at any time according to the situation, to control it, and that's the mastery, where possible to cancel the execution if necessary. Already addressed by Les Bubka and Ken Knight, in my opinion, it's just as important to animate the students to reflect and above all to ask questions. Questions about technique, execution and useful situations. On the one hand, the student is encouraged not to just copy over a long time period, but to deal with technique in detail. And on the other hand, the teacher is always encouraged to reflect on himself in his form of teaching and to separate useful and useless execution. Well, that's my principle of teaching, of learning, these 3 steps. And I'm afraid the time is over now, and I hope this was useful content for some of you. My principle of knowing, ability and mastery, and who knows, maybe we see us later. Stay healthy, stay safe. Tschüss.